Hi, this video is about AI implementation consultants, the truth and fiction behind that. My name is David Hood, and I'm CEO of 42 Robots AI, where we help organizations implement AI. I love this consultant, Dilbert. I'll put links below to several relevant videos that'll help you understand some of the deeper concepts that I'm going to cover lightly in this video. So first of all, why hire? If you're considering, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, there are massive new capabilities created by large language models, which are the new thing with AI. There's been AI for quite some time, but kind of the new capabilities come about because of the large language models like GPT-4 and Claude, Sonnet, and some other ones. And these new capabilities provide broad business value across just about every business process and just about every business in the world. They have the potential to add significant value. And because of these things, as an organization, you need to start building this muscle as soon as possible. So do not trust maybe even a machine learning engineer for this. Do not trust just your general IT or your chief information officer. You need someone who is dedicated to understanding and implementing AI on a deep level. Otherwise, you're going to get very, very broad-based, very, very unuseful advice. I see so much advice out there, or hear about it from people, like what somebody was told, and it just kind of makes me face palm. So this is another reason. It's kind of like why and when are similar. You need to hire now. And I don't say this because we're consultants and we can help you with that. Even if you don't hire us, you need to talk to someone as soon as possible, because if your competitors do this before you, they will get this snowball starting faster, and they will crush you. A difference of a year here could be the difference between your company floundering and your company succeeding in this new AI world. That is how broad the applications are. Now, I know that there's a lot of hype about AI will do this and it'll be a god AI and stuff like that, and I don't really believe most of that. But again, there's definite real-world value here. It's just in specific slices with specific capabilities, where if you really study some of the new capabilities and you cross that with your current challenges in your organization or your current work, just general knowledge work, then you'll realize that there are massive, massive opportunities for hiring. So be like Will Smith and start pulling the guns out as soon as possible, because you don't want to be left behind with this. It is what it is. AI kind of has the business world, with no choice. If you choose to not do this now, you say, well, maybe next year, maybe the year after. Good luck to you, because some of your competitors, I bet, are not doing that. So the sooner you do this, the better. There's the best day to start would be today, and the second best day would be tomorrow. Or I guess the best day would have been sometime in the past. All right, so here's something to avoid. Now, some of what I'm going to say here is a little bit controversial, or it's just not commonly talked about. So please hear me when I say that this is based upon real-world experience. This is not based upon my theories. Well, there's some theories here, but there's a lot of real-world practice here in using LLMs to solve real-world problems over the last 18 months. Basically, since the most modern version of LLMs came out, which was GPT-4, the models have not really changed a whole lot since then. They've gotten better, but the best model today, so again, I'm shooting this in August of 2024, August 31st, so I guess it'll be September very soon, tomorrow, they've not changed that much since GPT-4 came out in April of 2023. So that's about 18 months ago, 16 months ago, something like that. And the idea that they're just getting so much better, so fast, so much faster, that's not true. So, but that was a pretty substantial difference from 18 months prior to that, what you could do then. So the tools were so different from 18 months prior that experience in that realm, well, probably relevant, isn't nearly as relevant as in the last 18 months. And that's basically what we've done what I've done to make these conclusions. So it's not just based upon theory, it's based upon actual practice. The biggest thing that I hear all the time, it blows my mind that people think like this. It took me a long time to figure out why, because to me it was really obvious that this is a poor approach. They think about the model as the solution is the model, and you can see this based upon how they talk about the solution. It slips into the language where they're talking about solving a problem with AI, and they'll say, oh yeah, when the model does this. And that's a big clue that they don't know what they're talking about, that they haven't actually used LLMs to solve real world problems in a practical way. They've either used it in a way that is where they're trying to fight pirates with one hand and one leg tied behind their back because that's more fun or interesting or whatever, or they haven't actually solved any real world problems, so they don't know what they're actually going to run into. And along the same lines, there's like an LLM slash chatbot centric approach. This is a very similar, just a different way of putting kind of the same thing, where they put one LLM at the center of the solution, and it basically does everything. It calls, you prompt engineer it, you shove maybe training data into it, you use tools, you use RAG, retrieval augmented generation. I shot a video on that, and it all goes into kind of this one solution. It's just kind of like runs on a loop. Nope, that is going to really hamstring you. There are some problems that can be solved that way, but in general, that's 1% of the problems, I think. And you're going to struggle with certain things, and it's ultimately going to be way, way less efficient than the opposite approach. So look at my how to build custom AI solutions video on how to do that right. And then you see a lot of hand waving too. It's going to do everything. So I'm not saying AI solves all your problems. I'm not saying that you get a model and your problems will be solved tomorrow or something like that. No, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this, and the idea that AI solves all your problems is just nonsense, or that you got a team of 1,000 people, you can fire 90% of them after you implement Microsoft Copilot. No, I'm not. There's a lot of hand waving. You really need to just ignore that and really look at what can AI really do, what can LLMs really do, what its limitations are. Because there are real world limitations that make it so there are certain things it can not and should not be doing. And so another example would be just getting Microsoft Copilot. I can't tell you how many companies I see that have been sold this line that they checked the AI box and they've solved AI. They're moving forward, building that muscle like Will Ferrell here by getting Microsoft Copilot. No. Watch my video on why Microsoft Copilot does not check that box. It does not solve your AI problem. You're basically just getting a chatbot. And there's so much more that AI can do, and there's so much more value that it can add. And oftentimes this is just a waste. So what to look for in a consultant? So again, if the consultant is recommending Microsoft Copilot, I wouldn't recommend that. Real world AI engineering experience. So this is not necessarily machine learning engineering experience, although at my company, some of the AI engineers are machine learning engineers and some of them are not. And so there's a difference between building the tools and using the tools. So like the guy who makes the swords isn't necessarily the best guy that uses the swords. Same thing for race cars and all sorts of other things in life. These are new tools that do new amazing things, but do not trust just a team of machine learning engineers to know how to use them best. A lot of times they're going to go to the model-centric solution. They're going to try to solve everything with a model and not basically software. Really what you need to be thinking about is, so in the model solution, they're shoving as much as they can into the LLM. With the software-centric approach, you actually pull the problem apart and you build software and you code things that can be coded without LLMs. You solve problems without LLMs if you can. And then for the things that can't, use LLMs to solve those problems, and you pull as much of the solution out of that as possible, and you use it at different steps and in a different flow, in more of a classic software design standpoint. That is the kind of solution you want to look for with an AI consultant. If they are recommending that, good on them. They passed the first filter. And so to me, this is a much more practical perspective. It's not hand-waving. It's not talking about the magic of AI. It's talking about real world, what does it do? Like, what can it do specifically? Give me specifics. Don't just tell me it's going to do everything in the future and that we're going to wait for OpenAI to solve all the world's problems with their GPT-7. That's, to me, is nonsense. When I hear that, I'm like, I would turn them down. But go dig a little bit deeper into, okay, well, give me a problem, an example problem. I'll mention that in a second. Or just like, here's a problem I'm solving. How would you go about what would you use LLMs for to solve this problem? Give me some practical advice. It shouldn't be that hard for somebody who really knows their stuff in this area to kind of riff on practical solutions and not just hand wavy like it's going to do everything. Oh, we'll solve that. Yeah, of course. Well, how? Give me some specifics. This is similar, but a little bit different, a little bit more of a focus, like fractional chief AI officer experience. And that is also very similar to what like a consultant would do. And I recommend you get a chief AI officer or a fractional chief AI officer, which we have, if you want that. Okay, so how to hire. I love this guy. So filter out the avoid list above, filter in what to look for, and then ask about practical projects. What have they actually done to solve real world problems with software, with AI-powered software? This is absolutely critical. If you do that and you're satisfied with the answers, okay, this should filter out, if you get 150 people that you talk to, this should filter out the vast majority of them. Because I bet you'll find a lot of models solution, a lot of hand waving, and a lot of people who can't really describe in any detail any practical projects. You could also just contact us. I'll put this stuff here below because we can help you with this. And I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to try to sell you something you don't need. And we're not going to try. We're going to really try to find the lowest hanging fruit for you and try to do something that builds a long-term relationship where you get value out of it more and more over time. We're very happy for you to get any sort of value in a variety of different ways, be it just a consulting, be it a fractional chief AI officer, or even actually us helping you with AI implementation. Because there's not a lot of skilled people out there that can do these things. So contact us today. You'll get a free custom AI implementation roadmap. You can give us a call or you can click the link in the description. We'll go from there. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, you disagree, feel free to put something in the comments. I'm happy to hear it. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. Thanks.